Well, I'm going to put this video out on, actually it's about vision. I figured I'd put Onyx over here. This is Onyx and this is Feather, the mommy. You can notice the kitten's about as big as the mommy now. What I've been doing is I read this online, and you know, sometimes I wonder if it's just true or not. I think there's some truth to it, and it wasn't like I got super stellar results from it, but I started taking a lot more lutein, and it was mainly this stuff, and it was also some just with lutein in it, but I took more than they'll tell you on the back of the bottle. You know, I took extra ones, and I don't want to say what I took because I don't think they think it's, you know, lutein's not a toxic vitamin, for crying out loud. It's not a vitamin, actually. It's the yellow that's found in butter, for instance. That's why butter is good for you, right? Right, little friggin' kitten. Hey, baby. This one's the tail's getting bushier, the fur's getting shinier. See? She's going to be just like mommy. But he's going to be like mommy. But what I've noticed is, what I started doing recently, like in the last couple of years anyway, is I started using reading glasses, especially when I was looking at the computer online. And the 1.5 power reading glasses are one of the weakest ones going. They're a little bit too strong, so I usually use 1.25. So my eyes weren't that bad, and actually from a distance my eyes are fine. Like if I'm driving, I could see, what do you call it, the road signs, no problem. And you think your vision's okay, right? And, you know, it's only like close up, and that's usually as the older you get, you know, whatever. Now, it could also be due to the carbon C60. I've read testimonies out there that people's vision improved from the carbon C60. You know, it could be from that, or it could be from a number of things. I don't know, maybe because I'm taking more extra vitamin E. But I did read that if you take the lutein and it'll help you with vision. And I didn't notice anything right away. And I actually did take this stuff before, and I think I was taking one a day. I started taking a few of them, right? Divided up the doses. And that's it. You gotta freaking you gotta dock it over, right? And you know, it's not like my vision got perfect, but I noticed, like, here was the test. You know, like on a Google Chrome browser, you have it at 100%, then you can bring it down to 90%, then to 75%, then to 67%, then to 50%. So I noticed that I was reading things on the Google, you know, websites, no problem, the text information at 100%, no problem. I says, wait a minute, it's like if these 1.25 reading glasses were slightly smudged or something, I just take them off and I can read a lot better, you know. And I noticed my focus was fine. It was like the 1.25 reading glasses made them bigger, right? 1.25 power. So I took the browser, Google Chrome, and I went from 100% to 90%. Can I read it? No problem, yeah. I went down to 75%. Can I read it? Yeah. 67%. I could still read it. 50% I couldn't read it, but I could read it with the 1.25 Google Chrome, 1.25 power reading glasses, right? So, but before this, in other words, it didn't come back 100%. I think it might eventually. I don't know. But I'm not 1,000% sure what did it, because, you know, the problem is, I'm not like 1,000 different people or 100 different people where they're testing, you know, placebo and this. There's a lot of other factors involved. It could be the carbon C60 too. It could be the vitamin E. I don't really know. I really don't know. I mean, I've been taking more vitamin E lately with the full vitamin E, and maybe, I don't know. But, and it's not like my vision got all the way back, but it went to back maybe prior to when I started wearing the reading glasses. I could get away without them. It's just that I could read faster with them, so I use them. But I really don't need them that much anymore. I mean, I still only use the 1.25s. So it could be, what I'm suspecting is, I think it's the lutein. But again, it could be the carbon C60. I read a number of testimonies about the carbon C60 improving people's vision. It could be, because I've been taking the carbon C60 in olive oil, 100 milliliters stuff that is from Good and Cheap, mainly, since mid-December of 2017. So now it's been, I don't know, 9 months. So And it's usually at least a 100 milliliter bottle a week. So sometimes it's a lot more than that. But I haven't noticed any difference until, and it took like maybe a couple months of me taking this lutein for like quite a bit of it every day. And the lutein also has that, whatever, the stuff that starts with a Z. I forgot how you say that. You know, it has that in there automatically, but one of the supplements had more of that in it, which are both good for eye health. But I have read that, you know, people's vision is getting improved with the lutein. And this cat, I'll tell you what, when this cat lays on, not the black sweats, or she lays on that black leather jacket, God, if the light isn't on her, she disappears, man. You could be right next to her. You can't even see her, man. What a sweetheart. So, anyway, see, I got these two inside most of the time now. Mostly feathers inside. She's probably inside two-thirds of the time. But I just want to say that, you know, a lot of times people are saying, well, it's just because you're getting older. Well, a lot of times when you're getting older, you probably need more of these nutrients. There's other things I want to go over with NAD, which is a coenzyme. But there's a lot of different things. It's not like one thing is a magic thing that does everything. That's one of the things I really get miffed at when I see that on the internet. This does that. This, yeah, everything kind of works together. There's a lot of things that work synergistically together. Like I mentioned before with vitamin D, you got to take K2 with it, but also you got to have adequate magnesium levels to make, or else your vitamin D levels would never go up. Also, I think iodine and selenium work together well. There's a lot of different things that work together. So it's not like you can't have poor health and poor nutrition and just take a bunch of lutein and expect your eyesight to get better. I think it's maybe a combination, but it might have been the one missing link key when combined with everything else. It has helped. There's no doubt about it. It has helped. I'll probably be able to know in, say, maybe 5 or 6 months or so what if it's improved more. I did know at one point in time I had these things that are called eye floaters some years ago, and I took a lot of these supplements. I forgot which one. It was like a special type of vitamin C. Took loads of that stuff, and they went away. I was amazed. I didn't think it was going to work. And I don't know how long it took. I think it took 6 months. These supplements don't like work overnight. No way in hell. It's not like drinking a cup of coffee. You say, yeah, it woke me up. You know, like you take espresso and you say, wow, I'm awake now. You know, can of Red Bull or something. It doesn't work like that with vitamins and supplements. And I think that's a lot of why times people don't bother with them. And like I said, if you're missing, everything works synergistically together. If you are missing one thing, guess what? You know, you could be, you know, like if you're taking a lot of vitamin D and K2 and you're low on magnesium, your vitamin D levels aren't going to go up. That's one example. So, I mean, your eye health is not just one nutrient, okay? It actually is actually vitamin C is very important for your eye health, and vitamin E and vitamin A. And, you know, basically you want to take vitamin A from the beta carotene so you don't get a toxic level of it, you know. But, you know, everything is not, there's no magic pill, but I did notice that, I think factoring in the lutein with a higher dose over a period of time, combined with everything else, something has improved. It hasn't gotten perfect, but it definitely has got, my eyesight's gotten about to where it was a few years ago for for looking at close-up objects. I have absolutely no problem farther away. Like if I'm driving, I can read the road signs, you know, the street signs, you know, as they're whizzing by. I can pick up the names, no problem. It's only like when you're like 2 or 3, maybe 2 feet away, you know, and you're reading something. And that portion, that's usually a problem where, you know, older people, their focus isn't as good or something, whatever the hell it is. Their muscle in our eye isn't as strong. And I guess the nutrient to really, and it's not one nutrient, but one nutrient that probably people don't get enough of is the lutein. So it's helped. But again, I got to re-emphasize this. I know I said this several times, but, you know, on the internet, they constantly tell you, like, this is like the magic thing for this. It's always like you got to have everything together, combined in conjunction with each other. But a lot of times our piss poor diet does not have these nutrients in abundance, or they add in like the pharmaceutical variety of a nutrient, and it's not really the same. You know, when like if we had whole grain bread made 150 years ago, you wouldn't have to be enriching it with all this stuff because they take the wheat germ out of everything, so they got to keep adding vitamins into all these things. It's, that's why supplementation is actually very important today, because all the food is processed. And we're also exposed to so many contaminants. But we have an opportunity probably to live a lot longer. And actually the vitamins I give my cats are called, I think it's called Extend Life or Add Life. It's called Add Life. That was the brand I started giving my Meow Meows Add Life vitamins. And actually it's a very good, they can't really put that on there for humans because the FDA would be all over it. But reality is that vitamin supplementation, especially of the natural type, can add a lot of life and also a lot more vitality and actually make everything work better. So anyway, say goodnight to Miss Meow Meow Feather. She's a cutie. I love this cat. She's a very, very calm cat. Calm. Calm as CALM. So very sweet. Very sweet. So's her little boy, their Onyx, but he's a little more rambunctious than her. But he's a bundle of joy, man. He always jumps up and down when he sees me and stuff. I got to get the other two in there, Dixie and Paws, once in a while. But they're almost getting close to me now. So anyway, good night, there, Feather. Like I said, she lays in that black leather jacket over there. I mean, I could come in here. I was like, I can't even see her unless I turn the light on. I really look careful because she just disappears, man. Man, I tell you, she got the perfect camouflage.